Yeah, you already know what it is. Lethal Talent 24, dive bombing at you with some Eagles content. Let's go. Yo, what up, fam? It's your boy Lethal Talent 24 coming at you with another video. Man, alright, so having a little bit to think about it. And I'm gonna just dive into it, so hear me out. We're bad, right? We're bad. We're bad defensively. We're bad offensively. I mean, I knew out the gate, considering the pandemic, that we were going to look sloppy. But I figured everybody was going to look like that. So, I mean, really, it's just all about, whose team was put together well, right? You know what I'm saying? Who's got the talent? Who's got, the personnel and everybody who's got their ducks in a row? Because all that was going to determine on how teams on how teams were going to come out the gate and play. We don't look together. We don't look in sync. We do not look like we have a game plan. Like everybody just kind of going through the motions. That's what it looks like out there. It seems like in 2 weeks, it's only been 2 weeks, but in 2 weeks there's been no real accountability until today with Jim Schwartz. But I'll get to that in a second. Regardless of what we think that we should be 2-0, we are 0-2. 2 winnable games, and they just went by the wayside. You know what I'm saying? And our inconsistency around the team, around the board, is killing us. Like, my first person is Doug Pederson. Was his overall play calling bad? No. I don't think it was that bad. I think that it was decent. I think that he should have stuck with running Miles Sanders a lot more. You know what I'm saying? Have him, move the ball. You know what I'm saying? Take that pressure off Carson Wentz, which he did for most of the time. And, whatever's working, if it continues to work, you should keep doing it until the defense proves that they can stop it. Because if they can't, that's on them. You know what I'm saying? And they couldn't stop our run with Miles Sanders. He almost had 100 yards. They couldn't stop him. Now, with Doug, though, you know what I'm saying? On that interception to J.J. Arcega-Whiteside, that play should not have been called, in my opinion. You keep running the ball with Miles Sanders right up until you get, to the 15 or 10 yard line. Then you can start calling plays, quick outs, something, the stick and nod that Wentz loves in the end zone to Ertz or to Goddard. You have that opportunity there. You know what I'm saying? That's the wrong time to roll him out. You roll him out, when you're in your own territory and, see if you can get a big play going. That's when you do that. You don't, in my opinion, you don't do that there. But overall, man, I think Doug called a decent game. It wasn't the best, but it showed it was a lot better than what they did before. They took away the deep ball. They made sure that, we couldn't just bomb on them. So, I mean, that's a credit to the Rams defense, but regardless, man, Doug has to be better. You know what I'm saying? Whatever is working, he has to keep working to our strengths and then not pick, bonehead plays so bonehead things can happen. Which leads me to Carson Wentz. Yeah, it's like look, everybody's blaming Carson Wentz, saying we 0-2 because of him. No, not in my opinion, because the defense, who gave up 27 points to a football team and then turn around and give up 37, that's a bad defense, everyone. That's a bad defense. You got cornerbacks who deserve to be in, like Cravon LeBlanc. You got cornerbacks on other teams, well, at least with Rasul. Rasul's on the Panthers, killing it right now. Darby's on the football team, basically killing it. They one of the top 15 cornerbacks by Pro Football Focus right now. Why is it that when we get players, we can't utilize their strengths to their fullest potential? Because it seems like this always happens when a player that we draft or something, we move on from them and they go to another team, and most of them kill it. Hicks is killing it in Arizona right now. You see what I'm saying? It's just ridiculous. So when you have Avonte Maddox who just absolutely got burned by Robert Woods and everybody else, you got, I mean, it's just ridiculous. That means that this organization is not putting their best players, their best foot forward and doing these players any favors. And I don't think they're doing that with Carson Wentz as far as with coaching. Because when coaching is out there, you know, when we had DeFilippo, he gave Carson the business. He was just like, you know, he gave him no leeway. There was no friendship or anything like that. And Wentz respected him for it. And now you got a QB coach who is his friend. They still haven't moved on from this guy, Press Taylor. And for whatever reason, you know, Carson will not. He refuses. It just seems like he's lost because he has no real guidance in that area. But there's 5 years. You should know what to do in your progressions and your mechanics. You should know when they're off. So, I mean, Carson Wentz, okay. So there's a couple of plays that Carson Wentz obviously needs back. The throw to Goddard. There was the throw he made to Goddard, and Goddard went up and tried to catch it, but it went through his hands. But he threw it into coverage when he had Miles on the stretch. I mean, if he's going to throw it to Goddard, you'll see in that play, he should have thrown it to him sooner, but he didn't. You know what I'm saying? He threw it to him. He was late. He held the ball. He waited to fire it, and by the time he did, I mean, his footwork was bad or off. So, you know, he sailed the ball. The release point was bad as well. He sailed the ball, and, you know, we missed out on the opportunity there. I think we still scored on that drive, but I mean, you gonna get him hurt, man. You know, these are things that Carson should know. And then also, there was also a play where Deshaun Jackson was on, Jalen Ramsey was on Deshaun Jackson, and even though he wasn't his first read, he should have gone. That should have been his first read. Deshaun Jackson, I said in my video, my pregame video, that or my score prediction video, that they should go to Deshaun Jackson early and often. Greg Ward early and often. Greg Ward wasn't even on the field that much. Jalen Reagor, you know, Wentz is putting these guys out the drive to where they can get hurt, and he's just looking in the middle of the field. There's been people open. Miles Sanders is open on a wheel route. He had a linebacker on him. It would have been a touchdown. Instead, he doesn't see him. He doesn't even throw to him. It's just, you know, like, the coaches are failing us. Offensive line did great, man. I'm just going to transition in that. Offensive line did great. So that's where coaching is shining there. They stepped up, and, you know, they looked good. So really can't say much about them. They did their job. You know what I'm saying? Miles had a great game. We know that. But the defense, Jim Schwartz came out today and said that basically it was on him. He didn't really game plan all that well. Well, we've been saying this. We've been saying and seeing the same defense for a minute. We've been saying we needed change. We've been saying there's things that needed to be different. You have Slay following the best receivers, but you still neglect the blitz. We don't have linebackers that can really blitz all that well. And that's on Howie Roseman, because we should have a linebacker. We should have had one in the second round this year. And we should have had a linebacker a long time ago. Someone to replace Jordan Hicks. And Nigel Bradham's gone. You know what I'm saying? You need talent on this team. We don't have time for projects. And considering that you've missed on the majority of the picks, now this franchise has gotten set back year after year. Nothing, man. We don't need that. But that's what we have to work with. So our linebackers, there's no business. There's really no reason Nate Gary has no business starting in this league. If he's anywhere else as a linebacker, he's probably third on the depth chart, and he's starting here. That makes no sense. That literally makes no sense. We drafted, if you talking about put Davion Taylor out there, he's a project, he's not ready. Put Sean Bradley out there, he's not ready. Sorry, but it is what it is. They're not ready. We should have drafted a linebacker, one really good linebacker, then you wouldn't have this problem right now. The whole team, the whole defense didn't stay disciplined. They said they seen all this stuff coming, and they still couldn't stop it because they were not really that prepared. If they look lost, it's because they are lost. Now we about to go against the Bengals, and we have no idea how they're going to come out. But they can essentially do the same thing that the Rams did to us. And Jim Schwartz is over here talking about, yeah, I didn't really game plan out well. You didn't game plan at all. Because we've been seeing the same thing for years. It's change is going to come either whether you guys like it or not. These coaches need to get on the ball, do their damn jobs, and get this team right. Or else we're going to be looking at 0-3, because I promise you the Bengals are not going to be a cakewalk. If this is last year, I wouldn't worry about it. But right now, hell yeah, I'm worried about it. So anyway, that's all I got to say, guys. Let me know in the comments below. What do you think about, give me what you think about Carson. What do you think about Carson? What do you think about Doug? Do you think his play calling was okay? Do you think, it was off? What do you think about Jim Schwartz's press conference today? What do you think about that? Please like, please subscribe. If you're feeling this content, don't forget to hit that notification bell whenever I post a video, so that way you are aware of it. And guys, I appreciate you guys watching the video. It means a lot to me. So we got to be ready for week 3. So let's get ready for week 3, man. We still got to support the Eagles no matter what position we in. And we got to stick with Wentz. Hurts is not going to do us any favors. All right, so that's it, guys. You guys keep your talent sharp. Go Birds. EAGLES Eagles. And that's what's up. You guys take it easy. Peace. Every time they put me in a battle, I'm lethal. Nigga too sweet and low, you ain't equal. Shut 'em down.